Hey, Pups here. So on the screen are some timestamps for you. If you just want to go ahead and go to the no commentary gameplay, you're more than welcome to. But we're also going to be doing a little kit review and discussing the playstyle of Blue Slushy Cookie. This is from the Ovensmash beta, so everything is subject to change. So this is Blue Slushy. She is originally from Oven Break. I think her design is actually really cute, and it translates into the 3D style of Ovensmash very well. I absolutely love her animations. They're so smooth, so cute, just absolutely adore her. As you can see, I did get her up to level 7, which means I was able to unlock one of her extra skill slots, but the 2 extra skills that you unlock are universal across all the cookies that you get. You can choose between Accelerated Ultimate, which reduces cooldown of your ultimate by 1% every time you have a successful attack. There's HP Boost that increases your HP, one that increases your out of combat recovery, and one that increases your movement speed while you're in bushes, which I personally have not used yet, but I can imagine that it will have its place. These skills are one-time purchases, so after you've purchased the upgrade for that cookie, you can change them out across your builds as you wish. So what do I mean by builds? I mean that one skill can have different versions of itself. So for example, she only has one basic attack, which fires 5 areas in a cone-shaped area. Her special has 2 versions. This one will allow you to jump back, and whenever you land, it will push your enemies back and cause damage. The other version does kind of the same thing, except that whenever you land, there's no knockback and you freeze them instead. For her ultimate, we have the basic version, which conjures 7 clones to fire piercing arrows in a straight line 3 times at 1-second intervals. So during the gameplay you will see this, it kind of looks like a wall of blue slushies, and then there'll just be bullets that shoot out 3 times. It's a very powerful ultimate if you use it correctly. And then the other version, the utility version, conjures 5 clones, so it covers less area, but it does slightly more damage. I personally didn't try it because it didn't sound like too much of like an improvement or like a difference for me to want to try it out, but it is an option. Those are Blue Slushy skills. And now I'm going to put up some demo footage while we talk about her playstyle. Blue Slushy is a sniper, which means that she will do the bulk of her damage from a distance, and most of the time it's not a good idea to get too aggressive or too close to your enemies. And because of how her ultimate works, most of the time you'll just want to place yourself strategically. So this means hiding in bushes, keeping your distance, using your mobility skill to get away from enemies, because you're much more valuable if you're alive and you gain nothing by being overly aggressive other than just a respawn timer, which isn't fun for anybody. I would say the only time you need to be aggressive, unless it's like absolutely necessary, like if you need somebody to be on the turtle or something, you could use her skill to go after somebody that's like separated from the group. That would be a perfectly acceptable situation to be a bit more aggressive to save your teammate. But other than that, you're going to want to keep your distance and stay hidden as much as possible.